Awesome. Well, it is a glorious Wednesday for me, but Thursday for our guest here. And for those of you that are, going to tune in here for us today, we have a guest on our page today. Karyn Mahoney is from Australia, and she's actually doing a little shopping today, but she decided to take some time out of her busy day to spend a little time with us and talk about her journey with network marketing and attraction marketing. And so, thank you, Karyn, for joining us here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Josh. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. And so for anybody who's tuning in who doesn't know who we are, my name is Josh. My wife, Katie, and we are network marketers and also attraction marketing coaches. And we do help teach, coach, and mentor people how to leverage social media in ways that they maybe haven't thought of before, and how to effectively build their business online. And so what we're going to do today is we brought Karyn in here, and she's been very gracious to give us a little bit of her time, and we wanted to really let her share her story, because she has a pretty amazing story about kind of how she got into the network marketing world and how she kind of came into the attraction marketing world as well. And Karyn and I both kind of are on the same path in terms of the attraction marketing piece, but she's got a pretty unique story to tell. And so Karyn, give our audience here a little bit of introduction, a little bit about kind of where you came from, what you do out there in Australia, and then what got you into network marketing.
Yeah. So I've been in the industry, network marketing, for just over 20 years. And it's funny because the product the company I joined 20 years ago, I still use their product. I don't actively promote it, but I still use it. 20 years later, I'm still using their product. And I've been with a few companies here and there. So I just realized that my 9 to 5 was not going to give me what I wanted out of life. The time freedom, money freedom, all those things, but more my mental health. I think I've noticed more than anything, especially in the last couple of months with everything we've been going through, is I'm so glad I don't have a 9 to 5 job right now and have that worry. I love network marketing. You meet the best people, and we have the best products. Like, it doesn't matter what company you're with; they are the best products.
Oh yeah.
So 20 years ago, I guess I just joined this company thinking, oh yeah, I'll use their product, sell a bit, and have dabbled in some other companies here and there as well. So yeah.
That's awesome. And so, you talk about being in the network marketing industry for 20 years. You've obviously the company you started with, that you still use their products, but you're obviously not with that company anymore. So give us a little insight, like, you don't really have to go into detail of like what happened, but what really was the mindset that caused you to switch to different companies, because that's usually the biggest question we get a lot, is people say, my wife and I, we've been through different companies as well. And they always say, well, why'd you leave? Because they always want to know that, what's going on. So a little bit of that, like what causes you to go to a different company?
Yeah, because I think it's not working. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm doing you're being trained and you're doing all those motions and doing everything your upline is telling you to do. You're not getting the results that they seem to be getting. And I just felt like I was hitting my head against a brick wall, and every company was exactly the same. They teach you the exact same things. So I guess I worked out it's not the company. It's what we're being trained, and it's how we're being trained and what to do, that there's got to be a better way. The company that I was with originally, not originally, just recently, that I'm still with, we're not online at all, had a social media ban. So I was like, this is not, I don't care whether they have a ban or not. This is the way everything's going. We've got to get online. I'm watching all these other direct selling companies steal my prospects, basically, because they could advertise there and I couldn't. So I guess just searching the net, looking for, and I came across attraction marketing and decided to invest in myself and learn the skills. And then my company decided, right on COVID, to come online. So the amazing thing was that they have no idea what they're doing. At least I had learnt a few skills to bring it online. And I actually got #1 consultant and recruited somebody in that first week of COVID, of us all being locked down and our company first going online. And so the managers and the directors were all like, what are you doing? How did you do that? Why did it happen so quick for you? And I said, attraction marketing. It's because I'd already built my audience with my VIP group for this company. I'd already built it up, and I'd already been doing some of that attraction stuff and not just trying to sell to them all the time. So when I did come in with, hey, we're now online and we can do parties online, who wants to do one? They were like, yeah, why not? So awesome. I guess that's how I found attraction marketing, by being so frustrated with the industry.
And I, to that point, one of the things that I find is really interesting, and you said it, is that every company seems to train everybody the same way. And, that was one of the things that we kind of got really interested in, was why do they train people the same way? Well, I mean, let's just be honest, that, you call a duck, right? It works, but it's
definitely.
It's a lot of real, boots to the pavement, getting out there, trying to find people. And, you talked about the whole, attraction marketing piece, finding your right prospects, not losing prospects to other people because they were doing something that you just, your company really wasn't to do yet. And so, you talk about this attraction marketing piece, and I know that, there's a lot of people out there that still have this question in their mind of what is it, but instead of going into what is it, how did you find it? What brought you to really get to that first before we really talk about kind of how it's helped you?
I mean, I was literally searching the internet on how to prospect, how to find leads online, because my company didn't train in that. And I came across an ad for Elite Marketing Pro, and I just clicked on the ad and I went through. I got the AMF book, read that, and it clicked straight away. And so I just went straight VIP, and I'm now in fast track. But the people we have in our company, the training they do is, I mean, before I even joined, you watch the DDOAs and you just know they're genuine. They really want to teach you something we have never been taught before, that works. And I'm not saying that the other stuff doesn't work. It just doesn't work for everybody, and it's not duplicatable. This is duplicatable. That's the difference, I think. Yeah.
Right. So talking about duplication, why is duplication so important when it comes to a network marketing business?
Because if people can't do what I do, they're not going to stay with the company. They're not going to hang around, and they're not going to have success. It means I'm not going to have success. So and people aren't always willing. I stood at markets every weekend, but people who have kids can't do that every weekend, and they have their soccer and their football and everything else. So it has to be something that people can do all the time. And it's, even what we're learning now is automating a lot of it. I don't know, in any of the businesses I've been in, nothing's ever been automated.
No.
It's all manual, really hard work and I don't mind hard work, but if I can work smarter rather than harder, then that makes sense to me. It just shows, people see someone have success. Like, I know the lady who signed me up in my company, original company. Yeah, she was awesome, and she's got a great personality and remembers everybody's birthdays and all that sort of stuff. So she builds relationships easily. I'm not like that. I can't remember everyone's birthday. I can't remember everyone's name, So that wasn't duplicatable. I couldn't duplicate her doing that. So, yeah, and it's about I've had a team, they drop off. So, yeah, it was about finding something that was duplicatable as well. They're easy to do.
Awesome. Yeah. And, and that's something too, is the hard work part. A lot of people say oh, you're trying to find shortcuts. You're trying to do this. It's like, no, nobody's trying to find
Absolutely not.
The idea, like you said, it's that, that old proverb, work smarter, not harder. It's like the idea is that we want to, utilize the same skills that we have in order to, still network with people, still build relationships, but do it without spending so much time to find a single person. And so leading into that, attraction marketing obviously became, a big thing for you. I know that it's changed your business and changed your life. So can you, give a couple minutes on that and just let us know, like, how did it really change how you built your business and how, your life really became a little more free?
So the company I was in is Party Plan. So you have to go out of your house and drive wherever and do the party. You've got to come back, then got to do the delivery. If you want to recruit somebody, you've got to go out and interview them and have a chat with them and get to know all that sort of stuff. It's all online now. So, I mean, regardless of COVID or not, that was going to happen anyway. So I guess I just find that now I'm a carer, I'm a caregiver, so I look after my uncle, and I need to be home at certain times, and I need to be there. And going out doing deliveries and meetings and everything else is just too much. I couldn't cope. It was not a work from home business. We all join these thinking, oh, we're going to work at home, and then we find we're out most of the time, and you're not at home. This is actually working at home, utilizing social media so that you get your time back. Yeah. Basically, that's and what that's done for my mental health, is amazing, because I'm just not rushing all here, there, and everywhere all the time. It's just much more structured.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. And that's something, you talked about the whole kids piece earlier. And, before we got on live here, Karyn got a chance to see my 4-year-old come up and say, good night, Dad, and all that. And, that's really a good testament to what, we look at when it comes to finding ways that we can automate things, finding ways that we can really, bring things into the reality of what really matters in our lives. My kids, my wife, the time with my family matters most to me. So why would I go out and spend countless hours trying to find people that aren't really interested in what I'm doing in the first place? Whereas, like you talk about with attraction marketing, it's all about finding people that are actually attracted to what you're doing. And then they come to you and say, hey, I like what you got. Can you tell me a little more? Can you give me a little more information? And so that's awesome. The mental health piece, that's so huge, because people don't realize that network marketing really is a very mentally stressed thing to do. I mean, I don't want to call it a job, because it's not a job. It's, it really is it's a lifestyle. It's really a success principle that people can put into place. And we got Joe in here, and we got so Balanced Bliss. They are another group that they actually, it's good that they're here. Actually, that's a good point, because mental wellness, that's what they're all about too, is having that mental wellness. So thanks for dropping by, guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, so and I really like the way that you talked about that, where when it comes to the mental health, you feel so free, you feel so you're not rushed, you're not feeling like you have to push yourself to the limits to be able to do something. And so if you had to give someone just one piece of advice on how they can really accomplish that and what they can do in their in their day-to-day to make it easier on themselves, especially in the network marketing world, like, what's that golden nugget that you think that you could give somebody that would really, that can aha moment for them that they didn't think about?
I guess recently for me is my DMO. So we all have a daily method of operation, or even just getting up, having a shower, you have your method that you do that. You got to think about how you can put that into your work and personal life, so you can incorporate it. And I always have, so you always have those days that you don't feel like working or doing anything. So I always have my top 5 non-negotiables. That's what gets done for a DMO, like, has to be done regardless of whatever else gets done. And anything I do over and above that is a bonus. So I think what we do is we put too much on our list, especially when in network marketing or entrepreneurship and you're new. There's so much to learn. You're just like, I've got to take it all in at once. I think we need to break it down. People think, I had a list that was 20 items long and then wonder why I can't get it done every day. In reality, we're only getting 3 to 5 things done a day. So I guess, yeah, it's just slow down because in network marketing, it's not fast. You're not going to get there fast anyway. So slow down, take your time, learn the skills, get your DMO right. Once you've got that, the other things will just start clicking into place. But that's what's happened for me anyway.
Absolutely. And that's awesome. And, I totally agree with that, having a good DMO, and for those that don't really know how to set up a DMO, there are plenty of resources out there on how to do it. And I know that between, myself and Karyn, either one of us could even help you with that as well. And that's something that it seems scary. People go, oh, a daily method of operation. Oh, I got to be this crazy operations manager and put this plan in. No, you don't.
Yeah, no.
Write it down on a piece of paper and say, okay, I need to do these things. And the idea behind a good DMO is just times of the day that you want to do certain activities. That's really all it is. And so super, super cool. I really appreciate everything that you, brought to this here, Karyn. I'm super excited for where you're going here. And I know that, us being in kind of the same the same program here and also being in Fast Track together, that's been really awesome. And I'm excited to learn more with you and see how your business grows, and super excited that you don't have to deal with a 9 to 5 anymore. And you get to live
I know.
That's amazing. It's really great to hear those success stories of people who've been able to really gain their time back in their lives. And doesn't matter where you're at in your life, it's always possible. And so for those that are looking for more information, I am going to be putting some information down in the comments section. So feel free to check that out. And Karyn, thanks again. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I know you got a busy day still ahead of you here. So, but until next time, I'm Josh. This is Karyn, and we bid you adieu.
Bye, guys.